Well, hello there, welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel, and of course, again, we've got lots to discuss. Let's have a look. Oh yes. Okay, so right then, I got one of my first comments the other day, and it was lovely, absolutely lovely feedback. So Anita G. I send my heart out to you. Lots of love. Eh? Oh, isn't it nicer? And she's a fellow a card reader, psychic, and teacher. So, maybe if you're new and you don't know her, you could maybe check her out as well. Okay, so that's one good thing about us tarot readers and psychics. The best ones are not afraid of and don't see each other as competition, Let's get right into it. Now, first of all, I'd like to know if these two, sought professional help and medical advice, in preparation for this conversation, because I never heard him say, did you, anything about, you must, when you're seeking help, you need professional help as well. It's true you do need the support and of your family, but often people hide their symptoms, or even that they don't even know what's happening to them, and when it gets too much, eventually I think that's when other people jump in. But I have to say, mental health, well, it's gone through the roof. But when people say, oh, well, you've got to be depressed about, that is so bloody annoying. And it's insulting as well, because you don't have to have, relationship issues or be skint or this, that and the other. Depression ain't bothered what jacket you're wearing, It is an illness, and it's an illness, a serious illness. I don't feel the NHS are lacking, okay? And some doctors really don't have a clue. I'm sorry, doctors, but there's a few of you and you get it totally wrong, okay? And that has serious impact on that patient it's affecting. And then there's the CPNs. Well, I'm not slagging all the, again, a small portion of CPNs are useless. They talk about the problems, they go off on sick, they miss your appointment. I do have experience of this, and it's somebody close, very close to me. So yeah, God, I've witnessed it. I'd say where mental health is concerned, you have to fight. You have to fight for your life. You have to fight to get a diagnosis. You have to fight to get the right treatment, Anyway, right, we have waffled on. So did these two seek professional medical advice in preparation for this interview? I think they did, but it wasn't by any PR people, because anybody bloody professional would have said, please mention, an advice line or something. Do you know, I'm getting the impression their idea of research is, a quick drop on Google, I think that tends to be it, and they're going from trying to make out about their own experiences. There are many different mental health variants, and everybody's is different. So we have certain things in common, but I think the personal experience it varies. Okay, does Meghan is she aware that she has mental health issues? Okay, because she clearly does. Okay, she has got the what would I say she's got the borderline personality, where the minute you say no to somebody, or they interpret that you don't want to know them, or have rejected them, that's that you get Markle. Then okay, at that point she'll Markle you. Anyway, okay, so does she know that she has mental health issues? Oh, mental health issues. Oh, do you know, I think she right, okay, so I think she's been diagnosed with maybe anxiety, so she has actually sought out help. But I think it's more to do that maybe she can't be bothered. Some days, she's having to make an effort. So all that energy that she had and everything she put on herself is now weighing harder on her. Okay, so I also there's something that she doesn't. There's something. This is reactive depression. It's reactive to the fact that, of all, probably the press, there are big stories coming out, okay, or to come out, okay, and she feels that until then she can't move on, so she's in limbo. Meghan's in limbo, okay, so so she might be having a odd prescription of Xanax or whatever it is over in the States. But yeah, she's putting it down to that. So her mental health is out of sync and going through the roof, she says, because she knows something's coming out and she can't move. She's just waiting to get it all over and done with. It's like it'll bring a relief. Now, in a sense, when you feel you're being blackmailed, it is a relief for it all to come out. But her mental health regarding the whole baby bump, I just don't know what she was thinking there. Crazy. So she's aware, but I bet she's not aware that she's got a personality disorder. It took 4 minutes before she butted in, and I'm telling you now, I picked up on some things, but I'm telling you now, I only made it to minute 6, I think, and I just had to switch off, because in that 6 minutes I am able to gain an awful amount of information. So, and you can tell that they've been groomed, because the PR merchants would say, well, if they ask about this, just focus on that. Okay, so they asked how they prepared themselves, and Harry totally bypassed the conversation, the question, and put, well, everybody has mental health issues. We all have, 90% of people on planet Earth. What an odd statement. On planet Earth. Well, which other planet would there be, Harry, I know what's happened. You've been watching your brother's documentary, haven't you? And it must have been recently, because you picking up and mirroring some of the words anyway. Okay, so yeah. Oh, did Harry watch his brother's documentary? I know it's got nothing to do with mental health. Oh, yeah, it did. It felt, it just felt William wanted to show off, and something to do with the mum as well. So, yeah. He saw it, but I don't think Meghan's that interested. Should have been foaming at the mouth. Another quote from Harry. Accept and appreciate that every single one of us has stuff we need to talk about. Well, do we, Harry? Do we? You might have Harry and you might have Meghan, but I certainly don't. Stuff. What does he mean by stuff? You stuff a teddy. You stuff things under your bed. Stuff. Anyway, yeah, I think he was just trying to hold things together, and he kept going. This is the car, so he's driving forward because I didn't know what he was on about. Half the time, his responses did not meet the questions, and start looking at that very closely because you will find what I'm seeing as well. And I just have to say about this mimicking business, okay, a psychic can tell which words they're using, and it actually represents a conversation, okay? Bring it to the table. That's it, right? So she's saying, bring it to the table. It's not a phrase that you've heard her use much before, is it? So when we're mixing with new people and different terminology, so she's picked up that phrase, okay? She hasn't done it herself because she wouldn't have thought about it, but she's picked up that phrase, and that phrase has been in a conversation because she must have heard it, so she was listening, okay? So the conversation becomes now, right, with one phrase that she said, which was, bring to the table. She'll have been in a conversation and somebody has said to her, well, look, Meghan, you need to show them what you can bring to the table, so they're actually discussing, and when they're discussing that, I'm like a psychic detective. So when they're discussing what we're bringing to the table, so it's about proving herself. She was having a discussion about trying to, look better, put herself in a better light. Because she's certainly, in the sense that she has no self-awareness, I pity her, okay? She's just doesn't know how she's coming across to people. But yeah, these little nuggets of phrases or different words are unusual. Bear in mind that they have come in from a conversation, okay, that has been had. So she's obviously in the defense mode, and somebody else could be the accuser. So they're saying, well, I know you say this and this, but if you can bring this to the table and show them, blah blah blah, it'll turn out all right. Well, it won't, Meghan. It won't. All right. So from now I'm going to start looking for these odd little things. They'll come up. There was a few that I considered. Oh yeah, right. Meghan being online, so she was saying to everybody that I'm just going to pick one to be guided with. She was saying to everybody, I do keep my eyes closed, it's I don't like to influence. Well, what would be the point in that if I'm choosing what I want? Okay, tarot doesn't work like that. Anyway, yeah, so Meghan admits to being online more because she said to the kiddies, oh, yes, well, COVID has made everybody go online more, and it can be positive and it can be negative. You was 4 minutes in, Meghan, before you start talking about yourself. Now, this is funny, okay? I was the most trolled individual in 2019. Do you know this woman actually think that was a promotion? Honest to God, that's how weird she is, It's like, oh my. But actually, it was a bloody lie anyway. It was bollocks. But so yeah, she was the most trolled individual in 2009. Actually, it was Paul Adele. I was the most trolled. What was it? Male or female? That's the one. Yeah, well, she's already used individual. Okay. This is a weird salad. Honestly, I cannot get through 2 sentences without having to play it back 20 times to see if I can, make sense of her. So yeah, so in reference, yeah, so and she was invisible because she was on maternity for 8 months. Honestly, I had to. I nearly rolled off the sofa laughing at this one. So yeah, Meghan, you wasn't invisible to us, was you, bollocks? And your fake bump was everywhere, including the one on your knees. I mean, don't you remember in that red and black? Oh my God. Honest to God. And the fact that she has inputted in the Urbage Scurby. Hey, we haven't heard from him for a while, have we? Anyway, good riddance. He must be working on with his cauldron and his cat for Halloween. Yeah, so, yeah. So, yeah. Oh my God. You was everywhere, Meghan, okay? Everywhere. And I'm not going there again because I've already done one video on it, so no point repeating all rubbish. So yeah, she thought that was great. Right, okay. Oh, what it is? That's it. Now this is where she says that in the world, okay, all right. So when you're watching the video, she goes, start speaking about disconnecting, which I wish, from online media, Meghan, you run it all the time and you got loads of fake accounts, and I absolutely believe you have been one of my viewers, okay? I absolutely believe it. So, anyway, so yeah, she speaks of disconnecting and, with manufactured turnout. It's oh my God, I always do it. Sorry guys, 1 sec. I dropped the mic. Okay. That's because I'm getting real dramatic about this, yeah. Anyway, now I'm a klutz. So, yeah, so it's the part where she's disconnecting. It's a manufactured turnout. It's, get this, it's unsurvivable. Okay? Well, you're there, Meghan. You're there. You are still here. You have more than survived. You have thrived, okay? So, what was the kids thinking of her at this point? I think right, it's half and half, so basically, these kids, believe it or not, have been paid. That's what it's saying. They was given treats and, like it says cash, okay? So actually, so they got paid for it, and what was it? And they thought they held back a lot, They actually held back, and the only reason they held back was because you couldn't get a wedding with those two, So yeah, and I thought they went voluntary. No, they never. Okay. The Six of Pentacles is generosity, charity, feeling good, So, yeah, I feel that maybe the kids thought that their topics in mental health may not have been covered, That's why they felt like there was being held back. So, yeah, so, anyway, so then she totally loses it by going, that's so big, you can't even think about what it feels like. I don't care if you're 15 to 25. Oh my word. Do you see what's so wrong there, okay? That it's so big, you can't even think, oh no, I just remembered before that she said it was a unique situation to her and Harry. Honestly, see it, and that is followed by, and that's so big you can't even think what it feels like. So that oh my God, in the world, I can't believe, in front of kids that she's making out that whatever's been happening with her is above, there was a phrase, and what did she let me get that right. We can't imagine what it feels like, and it's so big, you know, it's unsurvivable. Oh, honest to God, Meghan. Oh, Meghan. No one can help you, Meghan. You just like, honestly, you're awful. But do you know what I do like as well, right? We have been saying all this stuff, like calling her out on things, mainly the UK, you know, but other people as well. And it was seen that we was bullying her. Well, it turns out the United States of America avoiding her. She's trying to, you know, get in with everybody. But do you know what? I think when it became clear, crystal clear, that Meghan and Harry was carrying voice recorders and recording things and taking pictures, I won't want you in my house ever. You just can't come back from that. You cannot come back from that. You know, no chance. So more than that, they don't like her either. I don't think they're that bothered and they have an opinion. But I'm telling you now, you'll never get an invite to somebody's house when you've recorded something or threatened to or been known to. And especially when you just bloody, you know, media, newspaper happy, really, honestly. I mean, Kevin Costner, look at him, you don't see much of him. You know, Madonna, you don't see much of her. You know, loads of people. She can be private, so, but we already know that, right? We know she is that. So, yeah, I hope somebody on the news channel picks up on that. So, yeah, but don't forget, she just said, right, how does the media affect her, right? She just said it's very, very damaging on this, it's very damaging. It's very damaging. Meghan. She is working with a team creating that damage. Okay, they are. They're getting it. You know, she's learned from a very early age that you get more attention when you're doing naughty things. So you know, bad things. In her case, evil. She's evil. So you know, so God, she's telling them one thing. But do you remember on the Fortune 100 when, well, you'll see on my video, and she goes, flattery and criticism go down the same drain. Hang on a minute, which is it, Meghan? Are you damaged? Is it unsurvivable? Or is he a drain somewhere, you know? She honestly, I don't know whether she's so clever that she can mastermind all these tricky bits, or whether she's just plain off her head and, you know, doesn't even care, don't even see it, doesn't see what she's coming across as. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, so, yeah, she did. She said her experience, you know, of being trolled was... or being attacked, you know, bad press basically, was unique to them, and not just, and then she goes, and very different from what people experience on a day-to-day basis, you know, a human experience, have they been watching David Attenborough again, you know, and Universal. Yes, so there was the 3 telltale signs that they've been watching it. So yeah, so you've just heard me in that saying that, you know, hairs are bigger and worse no matter what. Okay, so yeah. Right, okay. How do they manage being in the spotlight? Well, you buy people, Meghan, don't you? You know, you get people to write up and make comments that they love you. Oh God, yeah. You know, and you've got your own little group called Sugars, or that awful Sussex squad. I mean, honest to God, any members from there, it is a crime in the UK, and some of the suggestions need to be picked up on. And I'm telling you now, because the law they would feel the full force of the law. They're just idiots with nothing to do. Okay, they think that being sat behind a computer or a phone, that they are anonymous. Well, guys, I'll tell you now, nobody is anonymous. You can delete stuff, you can do everything, but it can also be found and used as evidence. Okay. Yeah, did you notice when they was asking Harry and Meghan questions, and especially Harry, he started stuttering. And do you know what that is? If you go on the video and you watch it, it means he's trying to create something in his mind. It's a thought, okay? It's no thought already there, because he would have just said it. So yeah, at that time, he is, a feeling as he's probably disassociated again. So a feeling, a memory, a trigger is hit the thought process. And from then on, he's struggling. And when he talks about self-care for mental health, don't he realise that, most people can't even get out of bed? Never mind, getting dressed and shaving and this, that and the other, and shaving your legs, Honest to God, they've just got no idea. Self-care. Oh, right, Harry, yeah. So with your self-care, you're going to cure the world of mental health. This, I have to say, I mean, all joking aside, but this just infuriates me. So when he's stuttering and thinking of something, I've just remembered, he's trying to make things up. And so he switches, and if you notice, go back, the sentences don't match what he's previously saying there. So then he goes, self-care and something important. Self-care is important, vulnerability is not a weakness. Vulnerability is a strength. Well, I had to think, what the bloody hell? In fact, it wasn't bloody hell. It was the F word. What? What's they on about? Stutter. And then straight from that, they go to global leaders are vulnerable. And I think all of us on the planet, we now step into Alice in Wonderland, because he says we've all gone down a hole. A hole? There's so many things. He's just got no idea. So, because he's got no idea, he's claiming to have mental health problems, right? You wouldn't talk about self-care, would you? You'd talk about getting out your bed. You want to get a drink down you, for Christ's sake. You're that dehydrated because you haven't bothered with yourself. Self-care. Oh my God. Shocking scenario. So yeah, I don't think his depression has been anywhere near as real as the, Don't forget, he sees doctors, he eats well, everything's micromanaged for him, right? So in the terms that even if he was depressed, okay, there are support systems in place, the best doctors, anytime, a bit of therapy, anytime. These are things that, like me and you, well, we can't just do that, can we? And some people, I ain't joking, between tea and fruit, or what are they supposed to do when fruits, healthy foods, are and vegetables, they're so expensive for people? So get in the real world, you two, because you just don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, so as I say, I managed 6 minutes of my life before my head was about to pop with this, because it's just I can't say I'm happy about it, you know. I think it's an insult. I really do. I think it's an insult. And another wasted opportunity to help others. They're too busy just helping themselves, honestly. You wouldn't want them as your therapist or a GP, would you? Oh, no. But, you know, there's certain types of personalities exist in everybody, not just, you know, what profession you do. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're up against it, guys. We're up against it. Yeah, I mean, a waiting list to seek a counsellor in 8 months. Oh my God, I do. And what about all the treatments? Yeah, medications, side effects. You know, yeah, we just don't have those facilities like he does. But so yeah, Meghan failed to mention what was relevant and appropriate for mental health. I mean, she could have mentioned, you know, about seeking professional advice, but no, it was listened to her and Harry. Very dangerous. She failed to mention, you know, if she'd have done her research and she sat with that age group between 15 and 25, then they would know that young people and suicide has increased by 93.8%. 93.8%, and that's since around 2012. And it's worrying, that, isn't it? It's worrying. And so, God, and yeah, can you imagine what the families are going through? Just eternal hell. So, yeah. So she and I would say it's at this point, older males, 44 onwards, they're more likely, their gender is more likely to be suicidal. But in this age group, the 15 to 25, it's actually young women. You know, we got to ask, you know, why are young women today feeling the need to, I picked up some, I did have my eyes closed, but why are they feeling the need to kill themselves? Do you know, this is a shame. So this is about a group, you know, and it's right, you know, they are under so much pressure from everybody else, you know, being told to look good and, you know, eat, you know, have that skinny body, have that certain shape of your face, you know, your brows, or, you know, and there's lots of hidden stuff as well. A lot of crime goes on, doesn't it? And I'm on about trafficking, sex abuse. You know, there is all sorts. And, you know, I would say women are more at risk because of the online presence. I say they're more at risk from being verbally, physically, mentally, you know, attacked, if not worse. Because there's such anger. There is such anger. Again, I think people can't take rejection. They don't want to, don't want to no, hear the word no. But yeah, and I don't know. You see, I thought like that age group. Well, like apart from when you were at uni, but you know, quite a lot of the ones I know, they just they didn't smoke and they weren't bothered. You know, they went to a pub to socialise. It wasn't that they go to a pub to get hammered, you know, which I have to say was the case in my day. But anyway, yeah, moving on. So yeah, all things internet, a lot of things hidden. Oh, and the mobile phones, they're just like, honest to God. Yeah, can you imagine if you're being bullied and your phone and how it could be manipulated? Yeah, I see lots of news. You see, that suggests great news, but you know, if that's what you're feeling, it's because you seem to think that everybody else's life is better. So you know, so there's a person there, okay. So yeah, you seem to think that everybody else's life is better. But what I would say to you is, right, everything you do is probably what I do and think, or the way I react, you know. So what might appear on the surface could be different. But yeah, I seem to think that they want everything now. They want expensive stuff as well. This is about making money, so they're feeling under pressure to make money. And right now, maybe you know, with the jobs wise, we just have to support them, okay, to support them and help them in any way we can. Yeah, so yeah, lack of jobs, thinking everybody else is doing so much better. The hidden side and the dark side of social media. You see, we didn't have that, and I'm not being funny, but you know, I think when I was 20, so 25 years ago, I could walk into a job. I quit one in the morning, and I had another job by the afternoon, and that's how simple it was. But now, oh no, your CV's got to be like a model's resume. They're definitely under more pressure to achieve at school, and you only have to look back over your generations and see how far we came. Certainly, I know at my age, the university was not an option. Okay, it wasn't an option then. Okay, so yeah, whereas it's practically standard practice. But anyway, yeah, so okay guys, I'm going to be back shortly with another reading. Anyway guys, thank you very much.